One thing that I love on the new broadcast is the AWS or Amazon Next Gen Stats, and it's really cool to see their data, their algorithms kind of working. There's three that I want to highlight here, which are the expected rushing yards, expected yards after catch, and route classification, which I think are just incredible data tags that they're able to do. So expected rushing yards is designed to show how many rushing yards a ball carrier is expected to gain on a given carry based on the relative location, speed, and direction of blockers and defenders. Expected yards after catch is the new predictive model uses Amazon SageMaker to output the expected yards after catch based on numerous factors using tracking data such as how open the receiver is, how fast they're traveling, and how many defenders, blockers are in the space. And like I said, the last one, route classification, is the next generation stat helping fans contextualize the passing game in new ways, indicating what type of route the player executes, goalposts are out, and assigns an aggregate score of how teams play so fans can study league-wide trends. I think it's awesome data. It's really cool. Definitely check out the AWS Next Gen Stats, like their page. But it's really cool what you're able to kind of dive into if you're one of those people. Like, remember when we were wondering, why is Trent Richardson struggling, right? You saw him at Alabama. He's this beast. He was low to the ground. He had the jump cut. It felt like he had the whole package. He got to the NFL. At the time, right, the Next Gen Stats weren't there, but if they were, right, they would have been able to tell you why he wasn't hitting the hole correctly, why he was missing X, Y, or Z, right? And I think it's really cool to be able to dive into that. And you'll see this more on the broadcast. ESPN's kind of done some stuff too where, if you on the Monday night games, they've kind of had some alternative cast as well, showing the power of what AWS and their machine learning can do.
Yeah, I really like where everything is going, and basically what this machine learning is for the layman. Whenever you see those commercials of, data at the edge, this is what the edge is, and it's collecting all of this data from the sensor points that they have from the players and however else they have it scripted within each stadium. And then obviously it's churned out very quickly as that data is collected and then synthesized so that it can be synthesized by the fans, teams, and players. And so I think it's cool. It's one thing, though, because like you said, when you see it on ESPN and how they put out all of this data just for that common fan to be able to ingest it the right way. So I think it's cool. I think it really bodes well for teams, like your Trent Richardson example. I think it really looks and helps them figure out, like, all right, maybe we should have let him go a lot earlier. Or, hey, we can do this to improve. Like, this is where you need to focus. And then that goes into another sports technology aspect that they can then train, because it looked like it was his awareness. He wasn't trusting his eyes to his feet. So it adds a lot. And I think it's really the biggest thing when it comes to fans.
When you say that as a football player to the lay person, to someone that's like in tech, when you say he doesn't trust his eyes to his feet, what does that mean?
He sees it and then doesn't let his feet take the work over and then overthinks it and goes in another direction. So in that split second of saying, like, you before a play happens, you anticipate where things are supposed to go by how the line moves and how your play is supposed to develop. And then you look at the opposing team and where you think that they're going to flow. So you automatically make an assumption of where the hole is supposed to hit once the initial hole opens up. He's not trusting his natural eye instinct, which then leads to his feet not going in the direction that he should go. Thus, he overthinks and then moves in the wrong direction, which was a lot of the times.